Yo, what's good guys? It's Kevin Pack here. Welcome to another video today. This video is a little bit longer than my usual videos because this is for all you noobs out there. I'm gonna give you guys a Amazon FBA step-by-step basic video, okay? So we're not doing a step-by-step like detail, that's what my course is for. But I'm gonna give you guys the basics of, from the beginning to the end of when you finally launch your product. So we're gonna go over that today. I'm gonna try to make it as simple, basic as possible and very clear to understand. So for those who, are interested in Amazon FBA but don't really know how to start or how it works, this is your guide and your steps on how to begin. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm a multiple six-figure Amazon seller and I have my Amazon business, and I also have my own course program and mentorship where I personally help other students or people who want to start their own Amazon business or who already have started and need some consultation and some kind of help as well. Just to give you guys an idea of my sales as well, I'm going to show you guys my account. All right, so it's pretty early in the morning right now. And boom, so we've gotten 8 sales today so far and about 20 something, I can't read backwards, but $26,000 in the last 30 days. And then in the last 12 months, I've done over $390,000. So that is my account so far. That's what my business is doing. I've been doing this for almost 3 years. Technically, it's been like 2.5 years, and this is coming to the end of my 3rd year. So been doing it for a little bit of time. And it's never too late to start Amazon because back when I started, they said it was too late. And there are still plenty of people starting now that, are seeing great success, and it's never too late to start the opportunity. So let's dive into my computer so I can give you guys a brief overview of how to start Amazon FBA and the step-by-steps for beginners. All right guys, so here we are on my computer right now, and I've laid out a basic 16-step sheet that tells you basically all the steps you need to start on Amazon. And so what we're starting off with is first creating up your business email and business identity, whether it's a sole proprietor or LLC. You can start with whatever you want, but usually the easiest way to go about it is just start off as a sole proprietor and then later on you can be an LLC. To do this is pretty simple. You can just think of your business name. This depends on your state, but in general, you're going to file a fictitious business name with your county of your state, and then you're going to get any other license like business license, seller's permit, and things like that, and then you're going to get your EIN number. So after you've already set up your business identity, you need to go and create a Seller Central account. Your Seller Central account is an Amazon account that's made for basically like creating your product listing, managing your inventory. It's where all the magic happens, where all the business stuff happens. So you need a Seller Central account, and you can go on Amazon and they'll give you can choose between a individual account or a professional account. So if you are going to be an FBA seller, you're going to need the professional account. The individual account is just for like short-term sales, like if you're reselling a product or something like that, right? Professional is going to allow you to send masses of inventory and have as many products as you want, okay? So you need the professional plan, and they tell you all the things that you need, such as your bank account, credit card, your ID, tax information, phone number, things like that. So basic information, and this is the tool that you'll need to manage your entire business. The next step is creating an Alibaba account. So if you don't know what Alibaba is, Alibaba.com is where you're going to find your suppliers, okay? You're going to come on here, search in whatever product you want. We can just use like foam roller, for example. And you can find a bunch of suppliers who sell foam rollers and you can source it from them. But you need an account first so that you can see your orders and make payments as well. So that is a very important step. The next thing is you're going to need some software tools that are going to help you find products, okay? You're going to need to know like what's a good product and what's a bad product, how much revenue they're making. And this is where you're going to come on. And I recommend Helium 10. Helium 10 is a software tool I use to do product research, get keyword research, all the stuff. Anything I need done in my business related to product research is done by Helium 10. I use Blackbox to find my products, and they have a bunch of other tools. They have Black Box, Trendsetter, they have the keyword research like Cerebro and Magnet. They have a listing optimizer. They have a keyword tracker. They have a lot of very useful tools. I really recommend going with the Platinum plan because it literally just comes up with all the tools. You can use them all to your advantage. And it's very, very useful. It really gives you a full arsenal of weapons to use for your Amazon business. So get prepared and use Helium 10. I do have an affiliate code down below. If you want to use that, get yourself a discount. We all win in that situation. So once you've already have your software tools for that, now you're gonna actually go on Amazon and look for products. You can start off with Helium 10 Black Box to start off and find your products. So we're under my account right now. We'll go to the product research, use a Black Box, and this is where you pick your categories you wanna sell in. We'll say like baby, right? And then you can filter and see the products that you wanna see that are making a certain amount of monthly revenue. Now, I'm not gonna put the criteria that I'm putting here is not like the one I basically follow. It's just kind of just numbers I'm just gonna put for an example, right? I'm just gonna put 5,000, oh, that's a lot, to like 15,000, and then a price that's like above $20, a review count of somewhere like around the 130 range, and then just hit search. Now, in my course, I do provide a specific criteria that I follow to find products. So you guys are more free to check that out. If you don't want to, it's all good, but that's kind of like the more detailed stuff that I provide. On here, we're just going through some basics, okay? So once you find a potential product, something that's interesting, something that fits your criteria, you're going to click on it, pull up on Amazon, and then you can actually see the numbers that it's actually doing and validate and verify, is this product gonna be good or not? So I have the Helium 10 Chrome extension, which is where I analyze a product or a market, and it'll tell me, okay, this person's doing, $8,000 per month. That's really great. They have only 40 reviews. Okay, that's really good. There's some potential into this one. And we're gonna dive deeper into it. We're gonna look into the market. So now you can tell, like, okay, this product has some demand. It's fairly low in competition because it has low reviews. Of course, if it had thousands of reviews, it'd be very hard to compete against. But this has very low reviews, but it's doing pretty well. So why is it doing well? Let's look at the whole market. So we go into detail with that in the course, where I give basically the surface layer of product research and then deep dive down further and further until you finally validate the product. So that is product research for you, okay? Now the next thing is, once you find a potential product, you need to go on Alibaba.com and reach out to suppliers, okay? So this is a, let me double check what this product is. 4-layer bamboo muslin quilted toddler blanket, okay? So it's a toddler blanket. So we could just go on here, search for toddler blankets. And we want to make sure that we click on trade assurance, because we want to make sure we are protecting ourselves. Trade assurance just basically is a filter that ensures that the suppliers you're working with work with trade assurance, meaning that if anything goes wrong with your shipping, that you can get your payments refunded or something like that, right? And then basically we find a product that's similar to what we're looking for on Amazon, which is this. And then once we find it, we'll go ahead and also, so something like this. So there's a weighted blanket. Very similar to these, you'll click on a supplier here. You'll contact the supplier, and then you're gonna write them a message, saying, hello, can I get a quotation for X amount of units or something like that, right? Once you've kind of narrowed down to a few suppliers that you want to potentially work with, order some samples, okay? That's definitely a must. You have to order samples so you know what kind of product you're getting yourself into, and that you kind of have an idea of what the customer would get as well, okay? So that's very, very important. And then once you approve of the samples and everything, you can go ahead and get any custom packaging you need done so that your supplier can, print out your custom packaging. And you can get custom packaging done on Fiverr. You just literally look for packaging design. You'll find a plethora of really good freelancers that will do custom packaging for you, and they will design this for you. You give it to your supplier and they'll print out the box design for you. Now, once that is done, you're gonna need to go get a UPC code and then create a listing on Amazon. So you can get a UPC code from websites like Speedy Barcodes or Barcodes Mania. Any of those third-party UPC code websites are just fine. And then you're gonna come onto Amazon to your Seller Central account. You go to catalog, add a product, and then you're going to add a product that's not sold on Amazon. And from here, you're gonna search your product itself. So you'll put the baby blanket and we'll search the category. So we can just put like bed blankets here. Select the category and then boom. Now this is where you're gonna actually create your product listing. You can temporarily, it doesn't need to be fully filled out. You just need the product name, your UPC code, your brand, etc. Just the basic information first, and then you can optimize and add keywords and features and all that stuff later. But for now, you just want the listing to be there on Amazon. Don't worry, no one's gonna find your listing and then click and buy when you don't have anything. It's not gonna do that. This is just for your backend to see, but no one else on Amazon will actually see it. Once you've created your listing on Amazon, now you can go ahead and start your order and production of your product on Alibaba. So your supplier can start, you pay them and everything. Once you've approved of the samples and it's all good to go, that's when you go and submit your payment and they're gonna start production. This could take, anywhere between a week to 4 weeks or something like that. It depends on the product, but they will start production. And during this time, you're going to do a few things. You're going to create a shipping plan, which you can do on your Seller Central account. And you can't create a shipping plan until you have an actual listing on Amazon already made. That way you can find out what warehouse you're gonna give to your supplier that they can send it to. So you go to manage inventory, select your product, send replenish inventory. Then you're gonna change the fulfillment program either to FBM or FBA. We're gonna change it to FBA, obviously. So we'll convert and send inventory. You're gonna add your dangerous goods information. This is gonna be no. Save and continue. And now this is where you're gonna be able to create a shipping plan for your product. You're gonna put all the information for where it's shipped from and how many cartons you're sending in and the size of the product, all that good stuff. And at the end of this, they will give you the address for the warehouse that you need to send it to. And that's what you're gonna give to your supplier before they ship it off, okay? Now, while it's being shipped onto Amazon, this is where you're gonna actually get your photography done and optimize your listing, okay? This is where all that building of the listing to make it presentable to your customer is getting done. So get the best photographer to get the best photos done and then make a very attractive copyright for your listing, talk about the benefits of the product and how their life is going to improve by using your product. And these are the things you want to talk about and not just talk about like it's, great quality material or whatever. People don't care about that stuff. People care about, is this product going to help them in any way possible? Now, once your product is arriving into Amazon, you're gonna need to get some reviews. So you're gonna have some friends and families review your product. They can buy your product and then leave a review on it later. You want to have reviews as social proof, just so that people know that it's a good product. People on Amazon who shop want to see 5 stars on the product before they buy. They don't usually like to buy a product that has no reviews on it or has like a 2-star review on it. It needs to be 5 stars. And once you have those reviews, then you're ready to launch your product. And you're gonna launch your product with PPC. I do have a free video on my YouTube if you search for it on how to launch your product with PPC. And of course, I go into way more detail on that in my course as well. And basically that's how you sell on Amazon. This is the step-by-step getting started from 0 to launching your product. This was just a totally basic, very vague video. I understand that and I know that, and I just wanted to give you guys a basic rundown of it, the full details of how to actually do this, because there's a lot of smaller steps in between each of and every one of these. More detail on that in my course in the link in the description if you guys want to enroll and have me as your guide and your mentor. So check that out if you like. Of course, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for coming in here and tuning in, and I hope this was very helpful. Go ahead and like this video if it was very helpful, and then subscribe for more content. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Go make that money. Peace.